Did you ever wonder if Noah's Ark could really have been big enough to keep all those animals safe from the biblical flood? As Paul Strand reports from Kentucky, standing next to an accurate reproduction of the Ark may cause any doubts to fall away.
More than 1 million people a year have flocked to central Kentucky's Ark Encounter since it opened in 2016. Sure, you've heard of Noah and the Ark, but you may have never really been impressed by the scale of what the man built until you're standing by an exact replica of the Ark. Then you realize why it took him a few decades to build it. Not a couple, a few. Quite a few. The Ark Encounter's Patrick Kanuski says the length, width, and height are all accurate.
It's the biblical proportions. These are the dimensions from Genesis.
One amazing revelation expert nautical engineers brought in to consult found as they studied God's design for the Ark that it was absolute perfection.
It's a perfect dimensions for seaworthiness, weight distribution, smoothness of ride.
When CBN News first visited the Ark as it was being built, it was pretty much a huge rectangle with hardly anything inside. Now, the 10-story high vessel is crammed with more than 100 exhibits and stuffed with animals in their flood time cages. A model inside the Ark shows how they could have all fit.
Could it have actually been able to house 6,000 to 7,000 animals? Yeah, we think so.
And tourists can ask Noah himself about such things because versions of his entire family are on board, and Noah's talks.
It really wasn't hard to find the animals, since God brought them right to me, just as he said he would.
Noah's family teaches a great lesson in racial harmony, reminding visitors, no matter their color, everyone on earth is a descendant of Noah, all just one human race.
And from these 8 people actually comes the rest of us here in the world.
The exhibits show human history from the time of perfection in the Garden of Eden, then illustrate the downward spiral as sin, death, and destruction came into the ancient world, bringing humanity finally to a time of judgment and the biblical flood. Ark Encounter also gives visitors the hope that Jesus Christ's life, death, and resurrection bring mankind. The main door that Noah's family and all the animals would have come through is lit up on the inside with Christ's cross.
It's a metaphor, if you will, for salvation, safety.
A lesson you get while moving through what Kanuski reveals is the largest timber frame structure in the world.
Some people have equated it to the 8th wonder of the modern world.
Paul Strand, CBN News, reporting from the Ark Encounter in Kentucky.